Alrighty then, guys. So this is not actually my third sketchbook. So in my first sketchbook tour, I mentioned that several of my sketchbooks had been destroyed. Well, what I forgot was that I had actually saved out some of my pictures. So these are those pictures, and this is Sketchbook Tour 0. So in the front we have Lynn with some sheep. I'm kind of obsessed with sheep herding and ancient ways of life. So I draw lots of ancient ways of life. This is not actually by me. This is by this person right here, if you can read that name. And she actually drew this. It's a picture of me and my best friend dressed as Naminé and Kairi from Kingdom Hearts. That's from someone as well. Don't remember who. Here's Obsidia. So I have no clue what's in this. I didn't look through it before I decided to show it off. So this is Obsidia with Colin. This is someone who's blind. I forget her name. I was also obsessed with blind people and learning how to read Braille. That's a random picture. Here's Lynn offering to share lollipops and Darren in the background. This is me playing the piano and my friend playing the flute, even though I actually play the flute and she played the bassoon and neither of us plays the piano. Over here we have Lynn, Oxian, and Keelik, and they're dressed up as, I don't know, some sort of military type deal in armor, and Keelik's being attacked by a bird. This is a chess game. No clue why. This is probably Obsidia, but dressed in a different outfit. Here's Lynn and Darren, and I actually drew this when I was in Nicaragua, and this is one of the flowers. It's a hibiscus flower that was growing in our hotel. Lynn kicking someone. I really struggled to draw motion, so I was practicing it a lot. Like here, he's supposed to be splashing water. It just looks like he threw goo at her. Darren and Lynn. This was during my junior prom year, so these are possible prom dresses that I might have worn. I didn't wear any of them, but I still quite like this one. None of these, but this one, it's pretty unique. Oh, this is pretty good sketch paper. There's stuff on the inside too. Those are probably ones I didn't feel like needed to be shown. A lot more OCs in this one. This is them again. This is Anne, Kryn, and Lynn. More prom dresses I was looking at. A mermaid in a lake with a centaur. And this is an elf. She is not going pee, despite what people say. There's those winged people again, trying to carry each other. That must be Lynn, but that's an unusual characteristic for her. This is Kryn. It's done in pencil. Anne, Kryn, Lynn. No clue who they are. Interesting. I must have OCs that I forgot about. Here is trying realism. It worked okay. You can tell who it's supposed to be. I did not draw that. This is Lynn and Lauren's in the back playing with her doll, and then this is Lynn, and her doll is being sucked through the floor. I had a dream about that once, that's why. This is Tabby. I'm sorry, that glare is so bad. And her caretaker, whose name I forget. Here is Lynn, Darren, and no clue who that is. And they're dressed up as forest folk. Here they are again. Lynn and Darren in a desert. Oh, this is The Blackbird. I read a book called The Blackbird, and it was about a medieval battle in France. Lynn. This is Oxian with short hair, and Keelik was talking too much, so Lynn grabbed his tongue. Random picture. I drew this on the way to the beach. It's Lynn with flowers. This is thick. I must have a lot of stuff shoved in there. Oh, little comic. This is Obsidia. No clue who that is, and Colin. Huh. I drew her a lot, so it must be I had another character at the time. Darren and Lynn, he's proposing. They don't actually do this in the story, it's just, it's nice to think about. Skateboarding characters. This is the cover page I was working on. Not very good one. Here's Lynn. This is Darren, and this, at the time, he doesn't exist in the story anymore, but that's Alum, and he's trying to get Lynn to come to his side and live a good life, and she's thinking she can live a good life wherever she is. Lynn and Darren, and I loved this dress. I still picture Lynn in this dress quite often. A triad. This is a girl stepping across planets, and a centaur with Kryn on his back. This is when I was writing Kryn. And with a baby and some other people. This is not an OC. I just wanted to draw that hair, and this is what happened. A blind elf. No, she's not an elf. So she's a human. He's an elf. She's blind, and she plays the lute. I forget what I named her, though. That. Swinging Over Nowhere. This is More Water Babies. I really love that book. Oh, this is one of my favorite pictures. So this is Lynn, and she's laying in some autumn leaves, and there are 5 apples hidden in the picture. Here's one. Good luck finding the others. I'm not sure I could find them anymore. Lynn in a church. Lynn looking glamorous while she's working in the garden. Here's Lynn, and she's talking to Lauren, who died at that point. Lauren undied. This is a girl. She's supposed to have, like, her hair fading into scenery. That'd probably be better with watercolor, but not in pen. No clue. So this is Kryn. She really feels locked up inside. I wrote Kryn at a time when I felt like I had no voice. This is in high school, so probably my freshman year of high school to my senior year of high school. And I just, I always felt like an outcast, like no one listened to me or cared. So, Kryn came out of that. Sort of just a really weird picture. Waiting for the busts. This is when I drew a lot more people other than my OCs. Yeah, I was going through something at that point. And then here, I figured it out. It's Kryn taking off. Here's 2 fairies. No clue who they are. I really like this t-shirt, and I drew it a lot. This is The Rock. It's called I Got a Rock. Copied this dress from somewhere. Here I was trying to learn how to draw dragons. I cannot do animals. I've gotten good at people, but animals, no. I can do fish, though. I did finally figure out how to draw a good fish. Don't let that one fool you. Just people walking. At one point, I used to just draw people, and there'd be like 1 page, 1 person, nothing in the background, and I changed that, and in this one, I drew only people with backgrounds, so a lot of times I would draw the person and then design the background around them. And I changed that later on. I decided that that was too hard. It took me like 4 years to finish these pictures here. This is 2 different sketchbooks. And I didn't want to draw, so I allowed myself to put more than one character on a page, which is still more economically friendly and allows me to draw. These are 2 people in Akatsuki hats. We've got some people fighting. This is another character I was working on that never went anywhere. Another random person. This is Phoenix, and her armor and pose are modeled on that statue, who is of a hero of yore, and I can't tell you anything beyond that. I did write her a story, I just don't remember. Comfort zone, and yeah, that's pretty much where I was at that time. I go there occasionally, you know. There's just a lot of everyone has a comfort zone. It's not always the greatest place to be. So here's some of the pages I pulled out. No clue who that is. This is Lynn when she had straight hair, and Oxen and Keelik are down below. This is when I'm really proud of that monster. I'm still proud of that monster. I struggle with animals, I struggle with monsters, but this was a good monster. And this is actually when I was reading Pilgrim's Progress. This is a nymph who is turning into water. Post-apocalyptic world. No clue. This is Lynn, and this is Lynn. First pictures when she had straight hair. Map painter. A knight. I was really stuck on cartography for a while. Anne, Kryn, Lynn, Darren, Oren, Kaiden. And they're all the caretakers of this knife. Lynn fighting. This is one of those swords that like comes apart and turns into a whip and just like snakes around and gets people. This is another thick one. Okay, well this is Lynn, Darren, Lynn, Lauren, children reading, and they go on to graduate. Colored that one. Okay, then there's this one, sinking and being rescued. Here's the one I was talking about. I was so proud of this, and I do think the dolls are cute, but Lynn is so creepy. And this is Lynn as well. So for a long time she had short straight hair, and this is back to Kryn. So yeah, so these are my sketches before the first 2 sketchbook tours, and they're, I mean, it's good to see where you came from so that you can see where you've gotten to, and I'm gonna put some of my newer stuff on here soon, eventually ending with my current sketchbook, and just, you know, this is up front here because this was my goal, and it still kind of is my goal. I'm still not at this level, but much closer now than I was then. So, you know, you just, sometimes you just gotta work on it, and you know, if you truly want to do it and you keep working at it and learning to improve, you'll get there eventually, and it might take some time. Drawing is a skill, not a habit. On another note, this is something I did on the computer, which is so much better than anything I could draw, although it's still pretty horrible. Alright, anyway, have a good night. Later.